Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live with Laura Ann. So it is Tuesday, and I will still be sticking with a Tuesday Night Live, but I've renamed it Live with Laura Ann instead of Tuesday Night Live. Good evening, Alexandria. Subin, hello, how are you? I'm not doing readings on here, so unfortunately that might be disappointing to you, but that's not what I'm doing here. Becky, hello, my lovely. Nice to see you. Madge, hello to you. So I have got lots and lots of stuff to talk about this evening. Not doing readings, but I will be offering some guidance and some channeled musings and a bit of soul soothing, let's say. So if you are looking for a bit of guidance, I won't be doing readings. However, I will be talking, hopefully inspiring and giving a bit of zhuzh to whatever is going on with you. But hopefully you are all having a wonderful start to your week and that you had a lovely Easter and whatever festival or holiday that you celebrate. Hopefully you had a wonderful one. Bianca, hello to you. So yeah, like I said, I've got a few bits to chat about tonight. And also, so last time I did a live, obviously we were in Pisces, so I spoke about all the blue going through everything. Did I do Aries already? I can't remember. So I think actually I did do Aries all around the color wheel. So I will speak briefly about colors and what your astrology colors are and how that works with you. I probably won't go around the whole wheel this time, but I will talk about how it's influencing us in this state. So Aries at the minute is teal, but obviously we're going to be moving into Taurus, which is green on my astrocolor theory system. Liz, hello. I have messaged you back as well. I did that before I came on because I thought I'd be on for a while and it will get late. So I was on the ball for a change. But if you are there watching and you haven't said hello yet, do not be shy. Give me a big happy hello. Linda, hello to you. Oh, I'm so happy to have you on here. So yeah, some exciting bits to talk about. And like I said, like some channeled musings. And I've got a couple, I did pull a couple of cards here, not for readings, but for my topic for the evening. And this is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck by Colette Aaron Reed, which is a really, really gorgeous deck. And the cards that I pulled there are Willing Release and A Tall Tale. So this evening, a key topic that I'm going to be talking about is releasing the life stories that we have come to believe in ourselves. And also, like, obviously, if you're new here, I swear a bit. So don't let that take you by surprise. I thought I'd put a little warning out there before I drop some bombs. But if you're not new here, then you know how it is. So yeah, talking about releasing the life stories that we carry within ourselves that are holding us back and releasing those shithead thoughts, like proper shithead thoughts, those thoughts that get stuck in our minds, that hold us back, that keep us small, that stop us believing that we can do things, that we can achieve things, that we can be who we want to be, or whether it's people that have conditioned us, or whether it's experiences that have held us back or knocked us down or made us feel shit. And also talking to people in a sense of feeling like you're being heard, that your feelings, that your experiences are completely valid. And I'm going to get more into that. Joanne, hello to you, my lovely. Yes, I had a lovely Easter. I hope you did as well. However, I am a bit full of chocolate. But going into sort of not quite that life story and willing release and all that just yet, but thinking about kind of creating a space for you and a mindset that you can just drop into that helps you not necessarily release, but you can just get away. And Vicky, hello. So we've sorted out the kitchen, done the dishes and whatnot, and I had some music on, and I'm not going to say her name because she'll probably start up, but the speaker that begins with A, I had a bit of old 90s stuff on there, and I was playing some boy band stuff and a bit of Five, a bit of Westlife, some NSYNC, and then played a bit of Shania Twain. And I was in the kitchen just moving and dancing, and just Imogen joined in, and Mark was having a bit of a wiggle as well. He might not admit it, but he definitely was. And we were just having a great time, and we were in the moment, we were smiling, we were laughing, we were moving, that energy was moving through our bodies. It was really, really lovely. And I wanted to put you, when is the last time that, maybe not necessarily danced in the kitchen to a good old 90s jam, but when's the last time that you have been in that space, whether it's moving and around and or just sat there in a headspace where you can just really let go, where you can just, even if it's just for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, but you can just let go of any crap from the day, let go of any thoughts or experiences that have been holding you down and making you feel like shit. Helen, hello, how are you, my lovely? Vicky, dancing is so uplifting. Now dance when in the kitchen. Yes, kitchen dancing is amazing. Like, it is so good. It is literally so good for the soul. And movement as well, getting the body moving, getting that energy flowing. And it's something that I teach alongside my artwork. So when we do the soul artwork and like in the Soul Heart program, moving the body, like getting that flow going, and then you create art from that flow, because it is essentially like an extension of your energy. And when you're in that happy flow, and those of you that have done Soul Hearted with me or have done sort of soul art type work with me, I always start off with find your flow, or find your flow to let go. And it gets you moving, getting into your body's rhythm, and then you can create, like you can replicate that movement through art. And it is just, oh, it is so special. And I could talk about that for ages and ages. But even just getting into that space where you just feel like you want to move and you're just free and you're letting go and you're shedding any judgment, any fear, anything that has been bothering you or anyone that's been bothering you. And yeah, we do it in our kitchen, but how often do you do it like without alcohol? How often do you be completely Levi's watching Aladdin upstairs. How often do you just let go and be you and not give a shit when you're out and about? Like really just, if something's like you just want to jump into it, how often do you do it? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a look. Maj, so love to really listen to lyrics. That's my meditation. Yes. Music is like, I think the past month has been very up and down, and I don't think I would have got through it without music. Always playing my music loud, love it. Yes. Dancing with my kids creates a happy vibration. It really does. And you just having that energy field, like the movement and the happiness, and just it's just amazing. And sharing that with people closest to you. Live music that you love, so love, just has a major impact on the soul. It does. And I'm not going to lie, I do really enjoy a kitchen dance, but when you're in the car and you've got the music cranked up and you can sing to your heart's content and no one can hear you when you're singing out of key, so you just go for it. You have that car karaoke and it is amazing. It is so much fun. Would love to go to a trance dance session. Yes, I've seen, actually, so there is an ecstatic dance festival coming up in July, I think, and I've been really eyeing it up, but the dates clash with something else that I'm doing, so I'm like, oh. Joanne's off to see ABBA on Saturday night. Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh, well, have a dance there for me, Joanne. Linda, put on music to do housework. Yeah, live music, singing along, just has, it does. And music, like, it is medicine for the soul, whether it's loud music, whether it carries a slow tune or it's a high, like doof 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 kind of one. I've got such an eclectic taste in music because there's something for each mood that I'm feeling. I absolutely adore really soft, gentle music like Enya. I love Enya. And then quite often I will listen to the Braveheart soundtrack, or anything composed by James Horner is just, oh, I love it. I really love it. But then I will listen to really hard drum and bass, and then I'll go back to the 90s, then I'll have a bit of 60s, and then I'll be like 90s dance music. And oh, so if someone was to say to me, like, what music do you like? I just love everything, really do. And like I said, like country music as well. I love country music. Can't sing, but I love doing ching. Yeah, that's it. I can't sing either, but actually it's fun to do. It's fun to try. Madge loves Enya. So, oh, so good. Panpipes, yes. Panpipes and bagpipes as well. It's so relaxing, both of them. Depends what mood I am. Yeah, and this is it. So with music, it depends what mood you're in and where it will take you. And also that translates into like your self-care regime. So sometimes you might be in a slow sort of energy and you want to just go, oh, and you might want to move into a bit of meditation, or you might be feeling pretty pumped up and you want to do something active. So maybe going for a run or having a dance blast in the kitchen, because self-care doesn't have to be soft and gentle and sitting under a tree while meditating all the time. Self-care is anything that makes you feel better in your body, in your mind, and we should all take more time to do it. And this is where I was kind of coming to the talking about different people and what might be going on. Music's always my go-to, helps a lot of mental health. Yes, absolutely. And I think like someone was saying, like it's the lyrics as well and things that you can sort of go along with, like feeling like you're heard, like you're understood, or that someone else gets how you feel is so, so important. To James Last. Oh, also is the best. Yeah. And that's where I'm getting at. Like when you listen to music, you feel like you're being heard. You feel like you're being understood. Like when you listen to a song and you can really, really relate to the lyrics, it strikes a chord with you and it really, really gets you in here. And this is, like I said, this is something that I really wanted to speak about because online there is a lot of noise. So much noise online with people doing this and people doing that and telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And whether that's just in life in general, whether it's in your spiritual up-leveling, your spiritual journey, whether it's cooking or to do with your kids on one of these mum groups, like there's so many people telling you what to do. But there's that saying, like, we're all in the same storm, but we're not necessarily in the same boat. And people are so quick to judge and to pass judgment or pass comment on us and what we do or what we don't do. But they have never lived our life exactly as we've lived it. And that's important. And a lot of people don't give that credit. So some of us here may be a parent of a child with special needs. You may be someone who has a chronic illness. You may be someone that struggled with your mental health. You may be someone that struggles with your physical health. There is so much. You might be someone at the minute who is struggling financially and you can't do all the things that all these lovely people on these mum groups are doing. You might be someone who perhaps either feels isolated or you're actually stuck physically in somewhere and you're struggling to get out. You may be someone who is caring for someone with some sort of medical need. There are so many people out there doing so many different things, and a lot of it's not to say a lot of us don't realize, but actually, like, we're like ducks on the surface, almost trying to keep calm when it's all going on underneath. And I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I see you and I hear you. Not in a creepy way. I don't mean like I'm hiding in the bush outside your house, like checking out what you're doing. I mean from that empathetic point of view. Like I'm not going to say that I know how you feel and that I've been through what you've been through, because no one's experience is exactly the same. But I've been through what I've been through and I feel what I feel. So on some level, I can empathize that you may be feeling similarly in some sort of way. And that just comes to just to kind of share a bit of my own story with you, really. I'm not going to go into my life story, but there's a lot of things that I have been through that people shouldn't go through, really, or that a lot of people do go through and it's a struggle. But what I want to say to you is that just because either something has happened to you or you are in a tough spot right now, or that things are just feeling a bit shit, it's not the end. Okay, it is not the end, and there is so much more that you can do. And either reaching out, getting the support and help that you need, or spending a bit of time with yourself. And what I want to say to you is that you are not selfish for wanting to spend time on yourself. You are not selfish for wanting to spend money on yourself. You are not selfish for wanting to just have a bit of something for you, because we need that. We are human beings, and for survival, we need that self-care. It is not selfish at all. Well, actually, no, I'm going to lie. It is selfish. It is 100% selfish, but it is not self-centered. So selfish is a basic survival need. We need to put ourselves first so we can care for the people that are dependent on us. We can care for our children. We can perhaps care for our elderly parents. We can care for a family member or someone close to us that relies on us. You need to put yourself first. So in not putting yourself first, sometimes you are doing them an injustice. And you don't have to spend like 300 quid on treating yourself on a spa day and a new wardrobe that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-care, and not in this state of basic needs. Self-care is not going to Tesco's and having an hour to yourself while you do the shopping. That is not self-care. Or having a quick 5-minute shower and just having a wash down and just getting peace. That is not self-care. Those are basic needs, okay? So on top of your basic needs, there needs to be some form of self-care. And there you go. Yes, I'm going to pull that comment up. Self-care is selfish, and it is essential for us to fill our cups first to help others. 100%. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm like going into that, and I will read your last comment as well. I'll bring that up in a sec. But actually having like either a self-care schedule or a self-care plan of what you can do, the amount of time that you might like to spend on that, when you can fit it in, or what you would do then. So it could be something like sitting and having time to read a book. Doesn't mean you have to go out spending loads of money. You could go out for a walk. You could sit in the garden with a cup of tea and just really take in your surroundings and enjoy yourself. You could fit in some meditation or a bit of physical exercise if that's what you feel called to do. You can sit and just wrap up in a blanket, watch a movie. Self-care is doing whatever you need to fulfill your need in that moment. Okay, and nobody else can tell you what your self-care is supposed to be because it's dependent on you. Obviously, people like myself and other people, coaches and mentors and people that do various things can advise you on what's available to do, but you are ultimately responsible for your self-care. And don't feel bad for anyone telling you that you shouldn't be doing it, or that, or why are you spending that? Because you could be spending it on the kids or on this or on that, or why are you doing that? Like, a lot of people have such narrow-minded views on other people and what they are doing or what they should and shouldn't be doing. And a lot of the work that I'm doing with the art and the spirituality stuff, it's helping you to break free from that hold of social conditioning or those life stories, which I'm going to come to, and being almost caged by other people's opinions. And like I said about, for me, like, going into my story a little bit. So for a very, very long time, I myself suffered with social anxiety for quite a long time, actually. And sometimes to the point people might not have known that, because I would like outwardly, like I would talk too much or I would overshare, and then I'd be really nervous in this social situation. And because I'd spoken too much and I'd overshared, I'd go away afterwards and I think, shit, did I talk too much? Did I say too much? Have I annoyed them? Do they not like me? And I would literally make myself ill with panic about what other people thought about me, if I was acceptable where I was, if people were going to chat shit behind my back, and I made myself ill. And I was in a very, very bad place for quite a few years, going back probably about 5 or 6 years ago, for a few years prior to that. And I was really in a bad place. I would get worked up so much over what people thought of me, or worrying that people were judging me and who I was and what I was doing and what I was wearing, that I became a person that wasn't me. And so often we do this. We try to fit in. We try to impress people. We try to just blend, so we don't get judged, that we don't get pointed at, so people don't chat shit about us. But the truth of it is, like, people are going to chat shit about you regardless. So you may as well just have fun being yourself while they're doing it. So like, don't waste your time trying to be a version of yourself to impress people that don't even matter. Like, I've spent a long, long time, and I honestly, I learned that the hard way, because I lost so much of my time and my energy, and lots of tears and lots of upset and heartache. And I was really at a point where I didn't want to do it anymore. I felt like shit. And I was fed up of being judged by people that, regardless of what I did, whether I did all the things that I was meant to do, I was still getting judged. I was still getting gossiped about. People were still saying shit. And it, like I say, it came to about 5 years ago or so. And gradually, it wasn't like overnight I woke up and I was like, like a caterpillar. But and it's a process. And that's whether it's like your spiritual journey or just your self-discovery, your self-development journey. Ladies that have popped on, Pat Harpreet, hello to you. And I've seen someone else has popped in as well. Who was it? Dawn as well. Hello, my lovely. So yeah, it is a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight. And you are constantly evolving. You are never going to be complete, so to say. Obviously, you can feel complete in here, but there is constantly evolution. Like, you can grow your knowledge, you can grow your experience, you can grow as a person. There's so much, and we are here. Like, our soul journey will go on past us, but we're here in this lifetime to experience these things and to learn growth, to learn humility, to learn, sometimes to learn the bad shit, to learn the good shit, to really just grow as people. And actually, the more that you go with the flow and go with what you're being called to do, the easier it will become, because the more you kind of try and swim up current going against it, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to get run down and you're going to feel like shit and you're going to be tired and you're not going to have got anywhere, but you'll have put all this effort in trying to go in the wrong direction and you're just like, oh, fuck's sake. So if you do one thing moving forward from here, even if it's just one thing, do something that feels a bit more you. Put a boundary in place. Perhaps I'm feeling some throat chakra vibes coming in now. Put some boundaries in place. Or if you feel like you've got boundaries, like, exercise them a bit more. Really let people know that you're not here to take shit anymore. Or if someone has been saying things to you and grinding you down, or saying things that you disagree with, and you've just been sat there just like, okay. If it's pissing you off, speak up. Like, life is too short to make other people comfortable. Like, do not make yourself uncomfortable making others comfortable, because that's not how it's worked. That's not what we're here for. Elaine, hello, my lovely. As you get older, that stuff falls off and you care less about what others think. Let's say what I know people are thinking. They become, yeah. And when you become more you, so, and this is something that I've said before, and it does feel like I'm a bit of a broken record, but when you truly embrace yourself as you are, Belinda, hello, lovely. When you truly embrace yourself as you are, and you might be at a point now where, and I know a lot of people do, they think, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I like doing. I don't know what my hobbies are. I don't know what I enjoy. This is your opportunity to find that out, to really spend time with yourself, to not let go of the labels that you've got, because like mum, wife, partner, like daughter, but like whatever your job role is, like, we carry those roles, we do, and we carry them with pride, hopefully. But going into like you, like, who are you as a person? Like, who is Linda? Who is Harpreet? Who is Joanne? Who is Dawn? Who is Elaine? Who is Vicky? Who is Madge? Who is, like, who is Pat? Who are you? And if you're sat there right now and you're thinking, I don't know, then that's okay. I'm not judging you and saying, oh, you don't know who you are, because it's okay to not know. But then what happens next is what's most important. It's taking the steps to discover who you are, what you do and don't like, and to discover perhaps things that you didn't even know about yourself. And this is where the work that I do almost comes in. And I do it from a very different point. Like, obviously I do the spiritual development and whatnot, but bringing in so that creative soul guidance, mixing the art with the spirituality and giving you ways that you can almost detach from that almost beeline direction of, I want to connect with my spirit guides, I want to do this, and I want to speak to such and such, and I want to level up and connect in with angels, and I want, like, the artwork is almost a gentle, not distraction from that, but it's a tool that will help you get there in a way without stressing about and not necessarily from a spiritual point of view. But I do the artwork stuff with children in schools, and the sessions that I do are specifically to support them in their well-being and their mental health and their development, like in life as people, but using it as a tool for your personal development, your well-being, and your spiritual development is is amazing. It is so special. And there's people that have worked with me in the different programs that I've done, the masterclasses, that have worked with me one-to-one, that have done this kind of stuff, and it works. It really, really works. So if it is something that you're thinking, either you're not so sure on who you are and where you want to be, or you're at a point where you want to go deeper and find out what more you can do with yourself, but you don't quite know where to start, or if you want to add another layer to your spiritual journey or to your self-discovery, to find not just your confidence, but to be at a point where you can think, I feel comfortable enough to live the life that I feel like I deserve, to get rid of all the shit that you don't want in your life, to feel confident enough to say no, to feel confident enough to stand in your power and literally be like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Because it takes time to get like that. Like, you might wake up one day and just be like, fuck this. But that's not the right mindset that you want to be coming at it from. You want to be in a space where you can stand there, literally own it and be like, I am done with this, this, and this, because I'm making room for this. I am growing as a person. I'm welcoming in my tribe. Because when you stand in your power, when you be you, when you do the things that are you, that are not the things that other people want you to do, that are not the things that other people want you to be, or the things you keeping yourself small because you've believed these stories for so long of all the things that you thought you couldn't do or that didn't work. And you actually start to shed all of that skins and let it melt away. And then you're stood there like completely you, as you are meant to be. And that's when life really gets fun. And this is the point I got to about 4 or 5 years ago, when life really started getting fun for me. And yes, I wear some weird clothes sometimes, and I have like crazy orange hair, but it's not all about changing your look externally. Obviously, being more confident in what you wear and how you put yourself out there to match how you're feeling in here. Of course, don't go out there like putting on all this stuff to like create another facade, because that's counterproductive. But doing the things that you enjoy, like the hobbies, or going to groups, or doing things like me doing all my spells and all my witchy shit and all that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And people think I'm weird. Do I give a shit? Do I fuck? No, I do not. But I'm doing my thing and I'm enjoying it and I'm having a lovely time. And because I'm doing that and other people see that I do it, and maybe it's people that do that too, like that's when your tribe comes in and you vibe with them. And that's when those really strong connections begin to form. Because like we say, you're an extension of the people that you spend your time with. So make sure that the people you're spending your time with are reflective of not necessarily the type of person that you want to be, but the type of influence that you'd like to have on your life. And there's a thing that they say, look at the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and look at their qualities. Is that the qualities that you want to see in yourself? And I'm not saying just like bin off your best mates because they're a bit of a dickhead. Like, well, I don't know if maybe they are, but what I'm getting at is the people that either hold the most social influence over you, or the people that you spend a lot of time with. Are they people that you want influencing you? And it's not to say cut them off completely. Like, no, like you don't have to do that. But perhaps it's time to go looking for other people to bring into either your circle, or maybe on a one-to-one basis, or going out to meet new people that will vibe with what you've got going on right now. And a lot of the things I've learned as well is that the people that really, really love you will love you regardless. And I can 100% vouch for that. Like, I've always been a bit weird, and I quite enjoy being weird, and my family have always known that I've been a bit weird. But over the past few years, I've just gotten weirder and weirder, and it's fine. But for so long, I was really, really worried of putting myself out there, because my family would judge me and they'd say things about me and they go, why are you doing that? And actually, like, no, they just embrace me. They just love me for who I am, like weirdness and all. And I'll be chatting to my mum and I'll be talking about my spell jars and all my herbs and all my sage and all my crystals that I've got crushed up from my paintings and all of this stuff. And yeah, my mum's not necessarily into it, but she doesn't shit talk me and tell me that I'm being an idiot and, well, what are you doing that for? Like, she still loves me. She still completely loves me. And that's all that matters. If someone said to me, oh no, it's a bit weird from now, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and impress that person and change what I enjoy doing just to make them happy, to make them comfortable. Like, that's not what it's all about. And come into these cards that I've got here. So will and release and a tall tale. So these ones coming into talking about these life stories that we tell ourselves, or that we've come to believe. So maybe there was a teacher at school, and obviously pop in the comments as well, let me know how you're feeling about this. Maybe there was a teacher at school that told you that you weren't good at a certain thing, or that really crushed you down and made you believe that you couldn't do something. Or maybe there was a family member or someone that, like a boss or an ex-partner, or maybe even a current partner, that has told you that you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or that perhaps you've maybe tried doing something and it's not worked out. Like, for example, something so simple, like, okay, I'm going to use this. So I really, really love cooking, but to me, in my head, and I tell myself, I'm like, I cannot make toad in the hole. Okay, and obviously UK people, you will know what I'm talking about. Anyone that's not from the UK that doesn't know what toad in the hole is, it is Yorkshire pudding with sausages in them. Used to get from people, I changed it in a nasty way. Yes, art teacher. Yes, and you know, that's so interesting. Some of the best artists I know were told by their art teachers that they were shit. Like me included, my art teacher told me and my parents that I was no good at art and I'd never amount to anything. Like, but if anything, it depends how you look at it. You can choose to believe that stuff, and you can let it dig you, like grind you down and down and down, or you use that as fuel for the fire. There you go. Becky loves a bit of toad in the hole. See, so I will get back to the toad in the hole story in a minute as well. But yeah, you can use it as fuel. Like, if someone tells you that you're not good at something, don't just be like, yeah, okay, I guess I won't bother. Like, fuck that shit. Like, you be like, no, I am good at it, or I will be good at it, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that I can be good at this. And then you get that satisfaction of actually doing it. And even if it turns out that maybe not necessarily that you're not good at it, but you're not like cut out, or you're not really that into it, then you tried, rather than just giving up just because someone else said so. And this whole not doing things because someone else said so is bullshit, and it needs to stop. Obviously, if it's something illegal and someone said, oh, you shouldn't do that, then maybe time to rethink your options. But obviously, to stop doing something that you love or that you enjoy just because someone else said some shit is just like this crap. Like, why? I'm just reading comments. Mum told me I wouldn't be good at gymnastics. Yeah, and like, how would she know? Like, if you don't try, you'll not know. But then people that do try get knocked back. And this is the thing, that we begin to believe that we can't do certain things because either other people will tell us continually, or we'll begin to tell ourselves continuously. So going back to the toad in the hole story, like, I believe that I cannot make a good toad in the hole, and that's because every time I've tried to make it, I've failed miserably. So now I just tell myself, I'm like, can't make toad in the hole. When if we look at it, like, I probably could, but I've just told myself that I'm no good at it. It will just turn out shit. It'll either be really eggy, or it'll just be like a crispy biscuit with some sausages in it, and it'll be no good. So I just choose not to make toad in the hole because I'm just not good at it. Look, if we view life like that, okay, yes, I know it's toad in the hole, and there comes a responsibility when I have to make everyone's dinner, and I know it's just going to turn out terribly. But going on a bigger scale of just life in general, if you keep telling yourself, or if you've had experiences where things haven't quite gone right, eventually you're going to want to stop trying, or you're going to think, no, I can't do that, I'm not going to do it again. But like I was saying before, we constantly, or we should be constantly evolving through life. We're taking on new experiences, we're learning new things, we're meeting new people, we're taking in all this new information, and we're growing, like, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We are constantly growing. So something that we maybe couldn't do 5 years ago, we might be able to do now. Maybe nothing nothing physically might have changed, but our perspective might have changed. And perspective is something that's been coming up a lot, and I was talking to the ladies in my soul circle about this. I will come back to it. I'm just going to read the comments. Vicky would love to bump into him now. Yes, I would love to bump into my art teacher and be like, ha, and give him a big 2s up. People who say can't do stuff is probably a projection. Yes. Okay, absolutely. Vicky, I'm going to pull that comment up. Max, I don't talk. I know. Passed my driving test. First thing I did when he left me. See, there you go. Absolutely. And people say I'm not good at certain things, but always prove them wrong. That's it. And you get such a satisfaction when you do prove them wrong. When you do the thing, and you think, yeah, I can do this. Like I can do this stuff. And it just goes to show that you don't have to believe. Like, someone telling you can't or shouldn't do something is just one person's opinion. It's not fact. It's not truth. It is just their opinion. But Vicky, yeah, people who say we can't do stuff is probably a projection that they never did. And yeah, so a lot of the time when people tell us that we're too much or we're too little or that we're this and that we're that and that we shouldn't act this way or that we shouldn't do this, a lot of it is a projection of either the negative self-view or a projection of their failings. Because a lot of the time I find, so when people are mean, like, good people aren't mean, or people that are happy with themselves or that are content with themselves are not mean to other people. Like, of course, yeah, we get angry and whatnot because sometimes stuff pisses us off, but we're not going to be malicious towards someone else just because. Like, angry people that project shit onto other people, that tell you that you're not good enough, or that you tell, like, they'll judge people for looking a certain way or for acting a certain way. That is because that is going on in there with them. There is something in there triggering them. So other people's perception of you is not on you, it's on them. And something that I heard a while ago that I've stuck by for a while is, what other people think of you is none of your business. And it's not your responsibility to make sure that people have a good view of you, because regardless, people are always going to think shit anyway. So as long as you're being you and you're happy and you are in a space where you feel comfortable to be yourself, where you have got good people around you that love you, that lift you up, and you do the same for them, and you're just in a good place. And if you're not in that space right now, then start doing the stuff that does light you up. Like, honestly, even if it's one thing at a time, like little baby steps, but just start doing little bits. And I swear it will make you feel so much better. Big 2 fingers up. People who are already happy spread happiness. That's it. Yes, I'm going to bring that one up as well. You are so full of like nuggets of wisdom, of knowledge, of, yeah. I'm gonna have to bring you on live. Not now, don't panic. But what I do want to do is I want to be bringing people on live again, because I used to have special guests come on, and I do want to do that, but like almost have like a kind of a discussion panel and talk about certain topics and have that discussion and see what people's opinions are on certain things, and like we vibe like we're doing now, but have almost like a mini panel or just like a guest where we can just shoot the breeze and talk about it. But I know I've gone, oh, I sort of always have been. You really, really are. But I need to come back to these because I keep dwindling off. So talking about these life stories, so a bit of guidance for you. So bringing up a lot of what I'm getting in here is throat chakra based. So it's about exercising your boundaries, about speaking your truth or realizing your truth. And that's from the state of knowing who you are or discovering who you are and what you want and where you actually want to be in life, or even just knowing those baby steps. You don't have to have it all figured out right now, but this tall tale is coming in because it's given me about these life stories that we tell ourselves, like all that shit that we believe is true when it's not true. It's just like a cage, a metaphorical cage that we've either put ourselves in or we've been forced and backed into, that is keeping us small. But actually, you have got so much more potential, and you've got the power to let yourself out of that cage. But it's just taking the steps, because it can be scary when you have been stuck in, and it's not even necessarily a comfort zone, but it's a comfort zone from a space of it's predictable, and you just kind of, it's how it is, and you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to upset the balance and all of that malarkey. But maybe it's good to do that. And without going into too much detail, like I've definitely rocked my own boat the past month, and I've made decisions that actually I never thought I would, and not that I'd never thought I'd do them, But I've made decisions that actually I never thought I'd have the balls to do, and obviously metaphorical balls. Um, but I did it, and actually since then, life has just become so much better, and I feel more empowered in myself. I feel like I've literally up leveled spiritually, emotionally, like physically. Like it is like a ripple effect. And when you take that one small step, when you just have the confidence to say or do the thing that you've just been holding on to in here, and you're just like, fuck, no, I can't do that. And then you start telling yourself all these stories about why you can't do it, or why you shouldn't do it, or no, I can't do it because of this, this, and this. And then you just kind of burrow yourself back in. But when you take that step, you feel like you're literally standing in your own power. And it's amazing. It is amazing to feel as a person, as yourself, but then the people around you to witness that, and they will really take it in, and they will notice. And the more you begin to really embrace you and discover yourself and embrace and embody that self that you're finding, not necessarily the self that you've been told to be, but the one that you maybe have always wanted to be, that's just kind of been kept there below surface level. Or maybe the you that you don't even know is in there, but she's waiting to come out, waiting to coax her out. And when you get to that point where actually she comes out and you think, oh my God, like this version of me. And like the retreat I ran in Glastonbury, some of the ladies there, like they discovered parts of themselves that they either didn't know existed, or they were bringing parts of themselves that they hadn't been with for a long, long time. And that had brought that fire out in them, and that motivation and that inspiration and that self-love. And it was just absolutely amazing to witness, and for the others to hold space for them in that as well. It was just absolutely wonderful. Just reading your comment, Madge. Did you ever have a childish teacher told them all the so-called feelings at school? I never shared that with a child, but told the child how it feels at school. Not the tainted with. Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that. Harpreet. Oh, bless you. Yes, we'll have to catch up super soon. Lots and lots of love. Mwah, and have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, and sometimes, well, there's that saying, isn't there? Ignorance is bliss. But actually, like, I wouldn't say ignorance is bliss. What I would say is indifference is bliss. Like, you can maybe know what people think about you, but not giving a fuck is where the magic's at. Like, I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. I am going to put that on a t-shirt. Yeah, that's here to stay, that one. But hopefully, like, you don't feel like I'm talking a load of waffle, and it seems like those of you in the comments are actually like vibing with what I'm saying, and you're understanding what I'm meaning. But take a leap of faith. Do something that you have been holding in for a little while and have been wanting to do it, or have been wanting to experience or try out, and don't hold back on yourself. Okay, because even one little change, one little step can really ignite something special in you, and it'd be amazing to see where it takes you. It really, really will. But going off on a slight tangent as well, so where I've been talking about like all the artwork and stuff that I do, and combined in with the spiritual stuff and finding your flow and doing all the Vicky, oh, I'm glad I go off on such a tangent. I might get really deep. But yeah, like all the art stuff I do, so like finding your flow and using art as a tool. And you don't have to be good at it. Like, I work with kids, and yes, kids can be fantastic at art, but you don't need to have any specific skill. Like, some of the sessions I do, we just draw circles. And I'm not even lying to you. We just draw circles with certain colors, and you kind of meditate and you create a color portal with it, and it's amazing. Or, like said behind me, we create a yoni flame image, and it's really powerful. There's so much you can do with it, and a lot of the work that's included in is my Soul Hearted program, which you'll probably have seen because I've been posting shitloads about it over the past few weeks. But if you haven't seen it, then that means that my reach on Facebook is not reaching as far as I hoped, and that the Facebook algorithm has been a bit of an asshole. But the Soul Hearted program is abstract art, yes, and soul art can be like, you can create exactly what's there, or you can abstract. A lot of the soul art I create is very, very abstract, and actually it works quite well like that. But yeah, the Soul Hearted program, I've been posting and shouting out and about it. And I did extend the sign up for it because it is changing, and I'm going to reformat it for the next time I run it. So this time I'm running it now. It starts on the 27th of April. Doors to it close tomorrow. So if you want to get in on Soul Hearted, you will need to sign up by tomorrow. I might extend it for a few hours, but tomorrow night will definitely be the last night to sign up. And this will be the last ever live run of Soul Hearted. So after this one, it's a 3-month program, and it does have live sessions, but if you can't make them live, then you can catch up on the replays, which you've got continuous access to. But after this live run, it will just be a self-led program just with the replays, and the price will go up by nearly double. So if you want to get in on Soul Hearted, you've got till tomorrow night to sign up, and that's 12 weeks with me. It's bi-weekly calls, so every other week is a session. But like I say, if you can't make it live, you can catch up, and it just takes you through loads of different processes where you're using art and spirituality to delve deeper into you, and also to develop yourself spiritually. So we'll be connecting in with spirit guides, we'll be doing healing, we'll be connecting in with your higher self, you'll be going to your soul temple, you'll be creating all this lovely stuff. But like I've said before, it's not about creating a lovely pretty picture and we can all happy clap and tell you how clever you are. It's about digging deep into your soul. The art is a tool. You don't have to be good at it. You don't even need to buy fancy stuff. Christ's sake, you could use like printer paper and some kids' crayons if you wanted to. There you go. Pat says there. Yeah, so Pat's done Soul Heart with me last time, and she's doing it again this time. And like I say, you get continuous access to all of the content that will never be taken away from you. So if you want to revisit any of it, you can 100% do it again. Is it real soul? Yeah, and Soul Hearted is really, really profound. It will take you to places that you didn't know existed, and it will uncover parts of you that you didn't know existed or perhaps forgot, and it will bring you to life. It will bring that sense of confidence or that sense of stepping into your power to create and carve the life that you're meant to be living. So yes, it does carry that creativity in the form of art, but actually what that does is it awakens, working with the sacral chakra, it awakens that creativity so you can create the life that you desire, to stop living in other people's shadows, or to stop playing it small because someone else said so, or to stop doing things that you don't actually enjoy, like to have the confidence to make choices in your life. So that is on. Sign-ups are open until tomorrow. So if you do want to sign up for that, Sarah, there you are, my lovely. So Sarah did Soul Hearted with me last time as well. Feel free to share your thoughts. But there is payment plans for Soul Hearted as well. So don't worry, don't freak out. There's a 3 and a 6 month one, and I've also added an extended 9-month payment plan as well. So it makes it really nice and easy to join. And like I say, you get, if you come to the live sessions, you get live Q&As with me. You can ask any questions that you want. I'll completely guide you through all of the content and whatnot. And you get to meet other women that are going through the process as well. And it's just really, really lovely. I'm going to drop the link here. So if you do want to check it out, you can, and it'll give you a rundown of all the dates and of what we're going to be doing each session. I might actually give you a little sneaky peek. If you want to have a sneak peek and see what's in there, give me a 1 in the comments. There's Pat's comment there as well. There you go, Pat. Yes, it's true. I was able to do stuff and learn things I never knew about before. There you go. Sarah, it is so good to see you. Okay, so yeah, pop a 1 in the comments if you want me to bring up some info. I'm just gonna bring it up anyway. Right, let me find, let's have a click on it. Let's bring it up. Okay, where's my preview setting? There we go. Okay. Where's my share button? Okay, get to work close with Laura too, which is an added bonus. Yes. So that's another thing to announce also. So I'm really, really not clamping down because that sounds awful, but I'm really cutting back on doing one-to-one work and like direct work with me. I am going to be moving, obviously putting more work into my Soul Circle membership and the retreats where you get that real direct work with me. So yeah, to have that one-to-one time, well, not one-to-one, but almost like small group, because it's not a massive group of people. There'll be no more than 8 on the Soul Heart program on the live one. Let's have okay, some ones in the comments. Hooray! Okay, oh god. Right, Chrome tab. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. So this is, you get access to a hub, and it's got all your information in there. So in this one, it tells you about what you need, what to expect, and you've got some bonus audios in there as well. So, and you've got access to that whenever you want. So these are audios that I recorded and designed quite a while ago, actually, to help you delve deeper in with your spiritual development. And I'm here behind the flames. With your spiritual development and just your self-care and your well-being, really. But then you've also got, so week 1, so starting on the 27th, so not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, is the Find Your Flow session. And this one is all about, actually, let me go look, it tells you here. So it's all about letting go of fear, let go of fear or judgment, and inviting confidence to embrace you as you are. Then you've got week 2, which is Wednesday, the 11th of May, the wonders of color and how it impacts you. So I'm going to be doing, this is more like, rather than you having to create or do something, this is like a masterclass where I'm going to talk about your zodiac colors more in depth, and you can ask me specifically about your astral color grid and how it works with you. And I'll also be talking about different healing qualities of different colors as well. Then after that, on the 25th of May, you've got your soul colors. So tuning into the colors, I think there's a link there as well. Tuning into the colors that are not just your favorite colors, but the colors that really align with your soul and what they mean for you, and how you can use that to either develop yourself further, or how you can use them in a way that supports you in your path, or when you feel down, or when you feel inspired, or when you want to really align with yourself. Then after that, you've got creation with deep intention. That's on Wednesday, the 8th of June. And this one, learn how to subconsciously create while setting deep intention and calling in what you desire to manifest and reach your goals. So this is kind of like, you know, that feeling when you're on the phone and you're just doodling and scribbling and you're not really thinking about it, but then you come off your phone call and you look and you're like, oh, I've drawn all of this. So this is kind of like that, but on a much, much deeper level. And then after that, you've got, so we kind of skip one there. So not necessarily skipping, but there's not a live session. It'll just be an audio. And that's like an audio, like a mini meditation, I suppose. And that's Your Soul, the Artist. Tune into your soul, the artist, to get clear on what you're being called to create within your life. Realize what you need to do and visualize yourself in that space to give you inspiration, confidence, and clarity in moving forward. Then after that, on the 22nd of June, this is one of my favorites, is your Soul Temple Gallery. So your Soul Temple is a really, really sacred space. And within that, you've got your gallery. So this session will support you to embark on a sacred journey to your soul temple, to meet your temple guide and be introduced to your soul temple gallery, where you'll discover and curate the soul paintings in your gallery, drawing inspiration, guidance, and deep healing. So that's a really, really lovely one. Then you've got Yoni Flame. This is where we get a bit saucy. There you go, Linda. Doodle all the time while talking on the phone. Yeah, and we do it so subconsciously. But actually, when we begin to doodle and our mind goes to a different place, if you set your intentions before that, and then we really focus on just drawing away while we've got that focus in our mind, it can really, really create, and especially using that manifesting and that creative energy, really sending out and getting back a bit of what you want and creating that life that you desire, the one that maybe you feel like you can't or you shouldn't have, but you can. Like, fuck what anyone else says, you can have it all. Then you got Wednesday the 29th of June is the Yoni Flame. So this is the one a bit saucy. So that Yoni energy, like a lot of the stuff I do works with that sacral energy, that deep power, that feminine power, that creativity. And the Yoni is exactly that. So delve into your deepest feminine power, let go of fear, worry, judgment, and anything that feels taboo, and step into you as you beautifully are. Be guided to connect in with your sacred Yoni energy and your creative sacral flow to indulge yourself in creating an incredible piece of visual energy and expression. And it is just, oh, that one is where the fireworks kind of happen. That is so, so good. Then after that, this is exciting. So you've got spirit guide portrait. So here you will connect with your spirit guide, whether you've done that before or whether you're new to connecting with guides, but you'll be connecting in with them. There is a day change on this. So they all fall on a Wednesday, apart from this one falls on the Monday, because the Wednesday I'm at my best friend's wedding because I'm the maid of honor. Hair flick. Big cough. That's because I was getting smug. Oh, I can't even have a drink of water. There you go. Madge, my husband and I doodle when we're on the phone. It brings clarity to conversation. Yes, clarity, absolutely. And think of that on a more concentrated level. It's really, really special. So then you've got, oh, goodness me. So then after your spirit guide, well, actually on your spirit guide one, so connect with a spirit guide to find peace, guidance, and security and capture their essence in visual form. Whether that's appearance, energy, color, or vibration, create a piece that can instantly connect you with your guide's energy. So when you receive and connect with your spirit guide, they might not come to you as a human. They could come to you as an animal. They could come to you as a ball of light. They could come to you as an energy frequency, a pattern. So all you're going to do is just relay that visual information onto the paper. There's no right or wrong. And actually in the whole Soul Hearted program, there's no right or wrong at all. This is your journey. You're just creating visual representation of your experience. The next one to that, once we've done the spirit guide portrait, you've got the higher self portrait. So connect with your higher self, capture your essence in visual form, whether that's appearance, energy, color, or vibration, and create a piece that can instantly connect you with the deepest parts of you, with your soul, and use this piece to seek answers and inner guidance when you feel lost or in need of support and inspiration. And then last but not least, so Wednesday, the 10th of August, will be our last session. And this one is the self-healing soul art. So the finale and how wonderful it will be. Here you'll utilize not only the skills, creative and mindset that you've accumulated over the past months, but also to facilitate yourself and surrender into what you need. Go deep within to find what healing you need within this lifetime and past lifetimes. You will then be shown your soul's sacred healing imagery, which you can recreate to bring deep healing, resolution, and peace. So that is the Soul Hearted program. And that's it in a nutshell, I suppose. That's what we'll be doing over the 3 months. There you go. Connected with another Soul Temple guide last time. Absolutely. Need that same clarity to get clarity on moving home. Yeah, and this brings, actually, I'm going to make me a bit bigger. So this it can bring so much clarity to you, to your life. And because you've allocated, you've given yourself that space, that connection, and delved a bit deeper into those energies and the work that you're doing, it does create that ripple effect, and things will improve from there. You'll have this newfound confidence. You'll have discovered parts of yourself that maybe you didn't know existed, or that you just needed a bit of a boot up the arse to remember them. And you will find that fire again, that flare, that flame. And it will create that ripple out effect to make you want to do and try these things, or to have the clarity or the confidence to just sit with yourself and think, right, like, how do I really feel about this? To be able to go within and see your energy or your body's real reaction on it, rather than that place of panic and worry and just that like survival mode instinct. So with Soul Hearted on here, so it's a 3-month program. You've got all of that. You've got the the live sessions with me, where at the end of each one there's a Q&A, so you can ask any questions you want. There's no restriction on what you can ask. Then you've got replay access, and then there's also access to the private Soul Art Sisters Facebook group as well, where I'd encourage you to ask questions in there, to post anything that you've created, to connect with the other ladies in there, and you've got lifetime access to that group. So if you want to get in on Soul Hearted, like I say, there is the payment plan. So if it's something that you are really feeling that you would like to do, then the option is there. So you've got obviously you can pay in full, and you will get a juicy little treat if you do pay in full. But doors to it close tomorrow, and I have got, how many ladies have I got signed up now? 4 ladies signed up already. It will just be a small group one, so there's not many spaces left. So if you want to get in, sign up by tomorrow. The total price for Soul Hearted is $444, which, given a 12-week program, breaking it down is not much. And I think if you take the 9-month payment plan, it works out at like only £37 a month. So it is easily peasily accessible. And that's why I added in the extended payment plan as well, because I want it to be accessible to as many people as possible. And like I said before, the price will be going up, and it will be going to a self-led one. So it's 444 now, but it's going to be going up to 777 next time I launch it, and that will be on the self-led one. So if you're feeling like you fancy a bit of soul-heartedness and joining in with a group of ladies that are in already and that are loving on it, then yeah, like, come on in, join it. Christine, can I do it again, please? Did you do it? You didn't do it last time, did you? Did you do it last? I don't think you did it last time. But you can certainly do it this time. And also, so Christine and any other ladies in my Soul Circle, so my Soul Circle members get 25% off any programs or workshops or courses that I put on. So are you sure it was Soul Hearted, the 3-month course? I think you did. I'm trying to think which one you did. There was the master classes, but the 3-month one, I'll need to check, Christine, but I don't think you did the Soul Hearted one. But yes, by all means, join on. You get 25% off if you're a Soul Circle member, which again is another great reason to join my Soul Circle if you want to be a member. I'm not actively launching the Soul Circle, but I do have the back door open. So if anyone does want to join as a member, the price is going up when I launch in July. So Soul Circle will go up to £44 a month. It's currently 33, and in that you get monthly meditation session, a Soul Circle session, like where we hold circle. In fact, our next circle is tomorrow night. So if you did want to join the Soul Circle, you could join it tonight and you could be in our session tomorrow. But then access to my whole meditation library. Then there's loads and loads of bonus content. There's the Facebook group, and like I say, all the discounts and lovely bits. But Christine, if you want to join on to the Soul Hearted, that's the link there. But don't forget to put your code in for the Soul Circle, otherwise it'll charge you full price, and I don't want to charge you full price because you're a Soul Circle member. But yes, if anyone is interested in the Soul Circle as well, do let me know. Give me a 2 if you're not a member and would like to join. But there's lots of Soul Circle members watching. But going back to Soul Hearted, if there's anyone that is really, really feeling it that wants to join, but maybe you need a bit more of something to make you say yes, then just let me know. If you're feeling it and you're fancying it, then let me know in the comments. It'll be really, really lovely to see who is interested. But doors close on that tomorrow night. So anyone that wants to get in on Soul Hearted and you want to do the live one with me, like group one, not self-led on your own, then you want to get in on this one before the price almost doubles as well. So, and then you've got lifetime access to all that content. You can dip back in whenever you want, like anytime, because you'll have all the replays and all the stuff that you need. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. I cannot wait. I really, really can't wait to do it again. Last time I did it, it was just absolutely incredible, and I really, really enjoyed doing it with the ladies that joined me. And there is a few ladies that have done it before that are doing it again, which is really, really exciting. I'm just going to take a gulp. But I think I'm sure I had something else that I was going to mention tonight. Yes, there is. Linda, it sounds amazing. Oh, it really, really is amazing. It's such a special program, and it sounds a bit cheesy, but I have put my heart and soul into it, like Soul Hearted, obviously. But no, it's something that I spent a lot of time planning and putting together, and it was really, really well received the first time. And the ladies that did it before really enjoyed themselves. It's not all just spiritual la-di-da, like we had a laugh, we had good fun, and yes, we did the deep work as we moved through it, but we had a laugh, and it was good fun, and there was lots of giggles had. There was lots of, actually, if I remember rightly, there was a lot of innuendo last time. But it was really, really fun, really good fun. There you go, Pat. It was totally amazing. Can't speak highly enough about Soul Hearted. Thank you so much. I'm really, really glad you enjoyed it. So that is that one. The other thing, however, that I did want to talk about, I'm going to take that off, is I'm going to go to the website. So you may or may not have noticed, oh yes, tears. There was lots of tears. So it's definitely an emotional journey, but it was good tears, or like tears of release. A ton of innuendo. Yep, See, Sarah, I was wondering if you were going to pipe up. Like, there was lots of innuendo, and it was so much fun. It was really, really good fun. I enjoyed it. Like, it was good, and I can't wait to do it again. And obviously, Sarah, because you did it before, you've got access. So if you're joining us on this one again, then go for it, my lovely. Like, get your ass in. So yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a screen share. So the website has had a bit of a zhuzh. It has been vamped up. I don't know if you've been on and noticed, but here we are. There we go. I'll make me little again. Nope. There we go. Ooh, okay, I'm in the bottom behind the flames. So hang on. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, you can kind of see me a little bit better. Yes, definitely. Oh, good. Thank you, Pat. So yeah, this is the new look on the website. So burn the life you're tired of living and ignite your inner flame so you can reclaim the life you desire. Absolutely. Okay. So this is the new one. If you want to go on the website, you can find out more about joining the Soul Circle. All the info's on there. There is the shop, and I will tell you there is a big sale going on in the shop. I'm clearing out a lot of stuff. I'm not closing the shop, but I am stopping quite a lot of stuff that I sell in the shop. So I'm having a big old clear out so I can really condense down. So if you do want to check out some bits and get some bargains, then get on in. Also soul art paintings. But what I wanted to give you a look at was attend a retreat. So the Glastonbury retreat last month was absolutely incredible. It was amazing and I loved it. It was so good. But next up, so Glastonbury, I will be doing spring equinox again next year, but more information to come on that one. So the next one coming up is Inverness, the Loch Ness retreat, which I cannot wait. So this is a 3-night all-inclusive retreat. It includes your accommodation, your food, and all of your activities and excursions. The only thing you need to pay for is obviously getting there and back from wherever you live. Everything else is included, and there's the option of either having shared rooms or you can have a private room. So the options are there, and it includes, like I say, all of your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and one of them will be a riverside meal. So if you want to go to, oh, no, not that button, book now. Okay, so don't be afraid to press book now because it won't actually take you to a booking page. So yeah, it's a 3-night retreat staying in Inverness, exploring a variety of spots on and around Loch Ness, including a boat cruise on the loch, which I cannot wait, with a view of Urquhart Castle. We'll also journey to the magical Falls of Foyers, Doors and Bleskin House, also visiting and exploring Cawdor Castle and its enchanted grounds. The retreat also includes holding Circle Together, a Woman Unleashed workshop, meditation and group healing. Accommodation is a whole house booking, a beautiful bungalow situated within a large plot of land. I think it's about 2 acres, with mature gardens just a few miles away from Inverness city centre. Friday dinner, Saturday breakfast, lunch and dinner and Sunday breakfast, lunch and dinner and Monday. Breakfasts are included, including a riverside 2-course meal and cocktail on Saturday. So Pat's already come in, so she's excited. So the twin room is booked out. I've got a triple room where you can share, or I've got a double room which is private, or 2 queen rooms that are available. Bit scared of the cruise down the loch. Oh no, don't be scared. It'll be good fun. It'll be great fun. Really good. I can't wait for that. So it's very exciting. So that one, retreat dates, that's in August. So if you fancy hopping on a retreat to Loch Ness, then you can join us 19th to the 22nd of August. There are only 8 spaces in total. So yeah, you want to get in sooner than later. So there's a bit of info on there about the actual property, the house that we're going to be staying in, and obviously all the information. There is price and info on there. This is like ridiculously cheap for what you're getting. But I put the prices out there before I did the first retreat and realized how much cost is actually included in a retreat. So next time I run the Inverness retreat, it will be double these prices. So this is an absolute bargain to get in on these. So there is the pay in full option, but there is payment plans available as well. So nice to make it easy. So if you wanted to go on either of them, you can literally look on the website, click to book the room, and it will take you to where you need to be to sort yourself out. And it will give you, obviously you've got the pay in full option, and it will work out the payment plan payments for you as well. So if there's anyone that really wants to come on the Loch Ness one, if you've got any questions, You can either pop them on here or you can pop me a message and let me know. But yeah, the retreat that I run in Glastonbury, the feedback that I got on that was phenomenal. And the ladies that came along, that is literally like sisterhood, bonds for life. It was really, really special. And a lot of stuff moved through. I seen it sounds cheesy, but I really seen some transformations happening on that weekend. Like women left completely different to when they arrived, in a good way. It was like the hard shell exterior had sort of broken away, and just these beautiful goddess women emerged, and they were so confident, and they had that twinkle in their eye, and there was lots of smiles and love, and there was lots of tears of release, but there was so much love, so much love, unconditional love and connection, and women being with women in the way that we should be with women, like holding space for each other and not judging one another, having that unconditional love and space holding, and just being in each other's energy. Like, and that's a lot of, obviously we go to the different places on the retreats, and we do the workshop, and we do the healing and the meditation and all of that kind of work, but actually the real deep stuff comes from the connection with each other, because that's where it's really at. And what I will say is it's not going away for a piss up weekend. It's not like a girls' weekend where we go off, and it's not that. This will be a really profound, life-changing experience. And I can say that knowing that that's what I've been told by the ladies that came on the last one. So if you do fancy going to Loch Ness with me and the others in the summer, you can check that out on the website. I will drop the link in as well, just in case anyone does want to hop on straight away. But if anyone wants to ask any questions or anything, just pop me a message and I will get back to you ASAP. But on another front, so I'm probably going to hang about for another 15 minutes or so. Does anyone want to ask anything about anything? I'm going to open up for a bit of a Q&A for about 15 minutes. So if you've got anything spiritual that you want to ask about, or anything confidence-wise, or just any burning questions that you want to ask, feel free to pop them in the comments. There is no judgment here, and I will answer as best I can. Obviously, if I don't know the answer, I won't bullshit you and try and pretend that I do. I'll let you know. But if there's anything that I can help with, will you move? Oh, I have no idea, if I'm being honest. Like, rather than doing any kind of reading stuff, but will you move? It depends, really. Like, without me pulling cards and doing a reading from it, it's more like what actions have you taken, or what have you put in place to facilitate that, or have you? I know it sounds stupid. Have you made space to facilitate a move? Because quite often we'll hope and want for stuff, but actually, it's like I spoke about this a while ago about wanting cake. Wanting cake, and then you keep checking in your oven, getting really, really angry why there's no cake in the oven. And then you look again and you're like, for fuck's sake, why is there no cake in there? And it's like, well, you're going to wait on the off chance that someone's going to put a cake in there, or are you going to actually get the ingredients, put the stuff together and make your own cake? And that's where it's at, about taking the action. Deborah, hello, my lovely. Oh, it's so good to see you on here. And it's about taking the action that's required to create and to facilitate the change that you want to see. Shifting stuff from the house. Okay, that's good. So you're creating that shift in energy. You're creating that change. So it might not happen straight away, but if you're actioning that and making the shifts needed, and you're clearing that room, and if you're truly believing that it's going to happen, then working with that and obviously doing the action that's needed, it will happen for you. But obviously a lot of this stuff can take patience. Pat, I really want cake. Bless you. When you're up in your bedroom earlier, you smelled cigarette smoke. Okie doke. So being a realist, like, it could be a waft of someone smoking nearby, or it could be someone, like, you've picked up on someone around you. But that's down to you to tune into what you pick up from that, what you get. And if you want to, obviously, Pat, I know you're highly intuitive anyway, and it's just a case of trusting yourself more. So maybe tuning in to see if there is someone there and what you can receive from that if you're picking up more than just the smoke. But that's one of your clear senses there anyway, that smell. Truly believing. Yeah. So obviously the believing and the actual like putting in the work and the whole cake thing that I mentioned, it's yeah, 100%. Deborah, you've just come on at the end when I've said about doing the Q&A, but I've been talking about my Soul Hearted program and the Loch Ness retreat as well. But I have to say as well, so while Deborah's on here, I had a palm reading from Deborah a couple of weeks ago. I think it was probably about 2 weeks ago now, and it absolutely blew me away. She is just fantastic at what she does. I don't even need to tell you how good she is, but I'm going to do it anyway. And just we are on such a good, like, we're on the same level, like we vibe so well with each other, and everything that Deborah told me, like 100%, I was just like, yes. So if you would like a palm reading, I can highly recommend Deborah. But Deborah is just an absolutely beautiful soul, and I recommend her 100%. You are welcome anytime. But yeah, there's lots of good shit going on. So we've got the Loch Ness retreat coming up in August. Soul Hearted, my 3-month program. The doors close on that tomorrow. So if you're not in by tomorrow night, that's it. You've missed out, and it'll be self-led, and it'll go up to nearly double the price. So, yeah, anyone that is interested in that, really, really have a think about Soul Hearted, because it's really, really special, and it's going to be the last one that I'm running live, because I'm working on something that will replace that in September, because normally I'd launch it in September and then obviously launching it again now. But when I come around to launch again in September, it won't be Soul Hearted that I'm launching. I'm not going to tell you much more on that, because this is something really, really big that I'm working on. But in the meantime, I am writing my book. So I started writing my book this week. It's been a long time coming, and it is definitely, like, it is happening. It is a go, 100%, in amongst me doing all these other things. So it's really, really good. Really exciting. Come on the Loch Ness retreat. Yeah, Deborah, that'd be amazing if you came. I know that feeling. When I did the retreat before, I came back, and actually they were well fed. They were still alive. So it was good. But yeah, if anyone's got any other questions that you want to ask while I'm here before I nip off, anything to do with either your spiritual development or with your confidence building, or anything that you could just, obviously not in reading form, because I'm not pulling cards for anyone, but anything that you could use a bit of insight, I suppose, or if you wonder about how something is, if I can answer it for you, I will do my best. Joanne, thank you so much. So I've set myself a goal of trying to have it done for September, and then ideally aim for a release in time for Christmas. But we shall see. We'll see how I get on. I've never written a book before, so it's all a new process to me. So we'll see, but I'm really, really excited. So the name of the book is Initiation of the Flame, and the subtitle is She Who is Birthed Through Fire Will Set the World Alight. That's all I'm going to tell you about it so far. More will be revealed. Obviously, if you're in my Soul Circle and you're one of my lovely Soul Circle members, then you'll get a bit of a cheeky insight into stuff that's not necessarily public. So if anyone does want to join my Soul Circle membership, it's currently £33 a month. It will be going up when I properly launch in July. So technically the doors are closed to Soul Circle, but the back door's open. And that's not innuendo, I shall say. Not innuendo at all. Maj, thank you so much. Deborah, thank you. Honestly, the palm reading that you did gave me so much confidence to actually go ahead and do it. It's been in the pipeline for ages, and I did just need a bit of a kick up the arse. So between you and a couple of people that I work with, I'm like, yeah, it's the right time, and I've got all the stuff that I need to go ahead and do it. Pat, gonna ask you this question. Okie dokie. Yes. So in our Soul Circle, we have a Thursday night live where I go live on a Thursday night for chill and chat, but we have a post on a Tuesday called Ask Me Anything, and people can put their questions up in there, and then I'll answer them on the Thursday, but then we'll also just vibe and literally chill and chat, and I'll go off on a tangent there as well, and it's great. That's lovely. But the Soul Circle is a really, really lovely place to be. We've got about 40 members in there, which is fabulous. And there's lots of content to work through. It's a really, really great community. It's really lovely. Can palm readings be done online? So what I did with Deborah was I just sent her some pictures of my hands, and then she phoned me, and it was really, really lovely. But obviously, if you click on Deborah on here, and then you can contact her via Messenger or Facebook or whatever, and go from there. But she's really, really lovely. Sarah, seriously at the backside. Oh, bless you. Well, we've got our Soul Circle session tomorrow night, so maybe try and join that and see how you get on. Because you're still in the Facebook group, so join in on that, see how you get on, and take on a bit of motivation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in about the Soul Circle, so anyone that is interested can click on, have a look. So, and then Soul Circles, you get weekly guidance and monthly guidance as well, and then we do oracle cards every Wednesday, which is really exciting. So that's the link there for the Soul Circle if you want to read more about it. And you can't just like think I'm going to join and then you're a member. Like there is an application process, but it's not like a lengthy one where I decide where I'm like a proper asshole and being all judgy and whatnot. It's just to make sure that the space is right for you and you're right for the space. Deborah's link. Literally, if you just comment on her name here in the comments, then you should be able to contact her via because she uses that profile for work as well. But I am going to nip off in a second, but I've hopefully given you some inspiration and motivation. But yes, Soul Hearted closes tomorrow, so do get in on that if you are feeling really drawn to do that. Anyone that's put on here, obviously Sarah, I'll give you the link to sign up again because you were in last time, and Christine, I'll make sure you've got the link for that as well. And then anyone else that would like to join, it would be a pleasure. Right, the link. Right, it's hard to see comments on StreamYard, so I don't know if that comment's to Deborah or to me, but I'm going to drop in once more. So the Soul Hearted link is right here. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? Obviously, Soul Circle members, if you're in the Soul Circle, then you will... Soul Circle members get 25% off anyway, so make sure you use your code. But seeing as you have stayed this long and listened to me waffle on for so long, I am going to give you a cheeky wee discount if you wanted to join in on the Soul Hearted program. Okay, so I'm going to give you a link, and if you click on the link, it will take 10% off. Let's have a... So this is the special link. Okay. And don't share this with anyone else. This is just for you that have been on the live. Haven't seen Claire in ages. Is she okay? She is. She phoned me earlier, actually. We had a quick chat just before she was cooking dinner. She is good. Right, so that link that I've just dropped in there that is coming up right about now, that one, this link right here, if you click on that one, or if you use the code CSC in all in capitals, if you use that where it says enter a code, it will take 10% off for you. And that includes off the payment plans as well. So yes, there you go. There's a cheeky wee gift from me to you. So that will take off the 30 odd quid. So which every little helps. So you're technically, if you're on the 9-month payment plan, then you're technically getting a month for free. So there you have it. So I'm going to love you and leave you all and wish you all a very, very good night. If you joined after the very beginning, you won't have seen my new intro, but I'm going to play my outro and then you can catch me in the new one next time I'm on. So lots and lots of love to all of you. I will catch you all super soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And those of you that are Soul Circle members, I'll see you live in the Soul Circle tomorrow night for our Soul Circle session on Zoom. And then those of you that are hopefully joining Soul Hearted, I will see you next week on Wednesday night. So lots and lots of love, and I will catch you all later. Bye, everyone. Bye.